me, Nimsoni. Welcome back to another Halo VR video. This one's not going to be in VR for some reason. What's that reason? Today I'm testing some AI with some actual movement systems. You're probably going to be saying, hey, the running animation's a bit off there, Nimso. That's because there's no animations. Yeah, absolutely no animations going on here. Well, actually, that's a lie. There's actually a very slight animation. There's a lean animation going on, a lean blend going on with the actual chest area. But aside from that, all of the foot movement is completely mathematically calculated. And the cool thing is, it actually affects the way that the spring calculation works as well for the ground control. So what happens is, as that foot lifts up towards the height that it's reaching, the spring point moves upwards as well and moves down as well as he steps down. So you get this perfect smooth blend between steps and the height that he's supposed to go to, and as he moves through each area you can see his feet actually care about where they're stepping. The cool thing is, like, when you're coming down here you can see, yeah, he's got a really weird animation when going up, but when you're going down it looks so natural. I've just set it up so that he actually runs towards this point here that I'm controlling, so you can actually see him run towards it. Yeah, this is the actual HaloVR project that I was working on, so this is within that same project. I just haven't got an actual player running in here. This is just a completely AI based character, and what I've also done is his sort of movement is decoupled from his actual rotation and everything. This is actually a separate character model as well. It's not the Halo 4 model that's ripped like I was using for the character. So this point is actually where he's going to target and fire at. Watch what happens when I actually do that. So if I take my position, if I move this ball actually out here so that he can actually see it from that angle there, and let's make him walk over to there and we'll see what happens. So as he comes out here, he stops looking around and actually aims at the guy, at the target. Here's the target. Obviously if I move the target around, you can see him actually aiming at it. Same happens when you lift it up and down, so you can actually aim towards it here. And this is all happening while he is controlled as well. So if I move him back over here, he switches away from that as well. So this is just the very basics of an AI system. What will happen is, obviously when he can't see the target, he just moves back into normal motion. I can lift it high up here and have him run around here. He's perfectly fine. He just sort of runs towards, looks towards where he's running. But as he comes out here, automatically starts turning and looking at the enemy. Obviously, depending on where he's standing, he turns and back to normal again. Brilliant. This is just the basics of AI system. Obviously what I would have is a lot of sort of nav mesh going over the entire level, which he would then walk around and sort of trace towards where he would think the enemy would be. If he runs out of ammo, which he can actually do that right now if he keeps firing, then he'll actually sort of track towards the closest expected ammo point or expected weapon pickup. Obviously if there's weapon pickups on the floor in the way as he sort of moves towards one of those, he'd be able to pick that up as well. You can see how natural it just looks, and this is all completely maths. I just love it. I love maths, honestly. All of this is completely calculated, including the aim on his weapon, so that's IK based. The weapon itself is the same weapon that I can actually pick up as the VR player as well. So it's the same prefab, it's the same script. He's pulling the trigger the same way I would. I've just set it so that when he pulls the trigger, he pulls it at 100%. There's actually differences in sensitivity depending on what weapon you're holding, where you can sort of pull the trigger half for some weapons. For the Magnum I've set it to an exact 0.5. For the plasma based weapons I've put a much lighter trigger on them, so you can pull the trigger a little bit, probably 0.1 for the plasma rifle. So 10% pull on the trigger activates the actual fire mechanic. and obviously all the overheats and everything is also there. So I'm looking towards actually moving this toward my own custom assets now. Obviously you can see the character here is not the same one as before, not my own yet. Unfortunately, a lot of work has to go in to get that happening. I'm hopefully gonna have another video up this week as well, which wouldn't be HaloVR. It's actually the ReMod project that I want to get back into work with, and I want to try that with my new VR system rather than what I had before. So you can see if the AI just sort of walks out. Ooh, the AI went for it, and it's standing right next to my camera here, so you can hear the sound a lot louder, which is why obviously the sound has been changing volume there as well. As I move the enemy, he'll aim towards it. Yeah, his arm seems a bit too much right now, but that will be fixed eventually. Hey, you just hide behind there. So obviously as it hides, he's lost its tracking, can't see where it is. He looks around, steps over everything, and there it is. I love messing around with this. So this is just me moving a sort of point that he's intending to go to. That would obviously be calculated and he'd walk around through the nav mesh rather than me telling him exactly where to go, because he's going to be AI. The walking system, the actual step detection, that is necessary. Why am I not going for animation? That's because this gives me a lot more control when coupled with my Locomotion system, which would allow me to actually switch steps based on my Locomotion system. So I've shown that in the other videos as well, where I've been in VR, but with proper animations that's really hard to do. You can't really just sort of control which step is going on. Once we have proper foot tracking even, we'd still need something like this to tell us whether we're moving forward or backward or left or right. And each foot controls the actual physics of the character as well. So where that foot is stepping, he actually sort of floats and lifts his body up based on a spring calculation that I've done myself. It's not a spring joint or anything like that, it's just my own custom spring calculation. Anyways, that's the character for now. The AI will get better. The AI will be implemented with the VR system, and then we're up and ready for an actual release soon. That's that. Goodbye.